Do you know how many kilos of cocaine you've brought into the city of Flint?
300.
300?
This witness says he started selling large quantities of cocaine in 2004, kilos at a time.
Where did you get the cocaine?
California, Mexico.
Through a friend, he met a man from California who was incarcerated. That man's wife helped him get started.
Eventually, by 2004, he had got out, and I ended up meeting him in Cincinnati, Ohio. That's when I started picking up 15 to 20 kilos from him there, driving him back to Flint.
What's up, family? Welcome back to Midwest Rumors. And today, I want to talk about two of the most dangerous men to ever come out of Flint. Two brothers who ran a multi-million-dollar drug organization known as the Pearson Hood Gangsters, or PHP for short. Two brothers who used their money as a tool to dominate and control the city. Two brothers that were said to be involved with over 6 murders around the Flint area within like a 2-year time period, all over drugs and territory. Two men known in the streets as Sam and Buddy. Sam and Buddy was raised in the deadly north side streets of Flint by their mother. Like a lot of Flint youth, Sam and Buddy got into the streets early, selling drugs and traveling to different cities to hustle and find connections. This was how Sam was eventually locked up in California and ended up meeting his Mexican cartel plug. Within a few months, Sam and Buddy had went from average low-level dope boys in Flint to high-level drug lords moving hundreds of bricks throughout Michigan and other Midwest cities. And this alone would make them some of the biggest targets in Flint once the word spread that they was actually moving bricks. Because you got to remember, Flint is poverty-ridden, so everybody hungry, ready to kill, ready to take a plate, man. You feel me? This is the streets. Around this time, Flint was known to rob and kill Detroit dudes who came to the city to hustle. Flint dudes was known to come over there to your spot, set it on fire, and wait for you to run out that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And gun you down, bro. This is just how Flint niggas got down, especially with out-of-towners. Not just with domestic beef. They got out-of-towners the same way. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Detroit dudes that came down there, a lot of Saginaw dudes that came down there to hustle and ended up leaving in a body bag. You know what I'm saying? They'll burn the house down, they'll set the house on fire, y'all come running out, they'll gun you down. You know what I'm saying? On some old mob shit. This is just how they get down in Flint. And that's kind of why Flint and Detroit really didn't like each other back in the day. It was street shit, had nothing to do with hate or music. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, the music is what really brung Flint and Detroit back together. Thanks to dudes like Bareface KD, Bridging the Gap.
I knew KD, who was on a song with Rio. I met him years ago. He been coming up here fucking with me, Babyface, Dame, and the crew. He been coming up here, so one day, he coming up here on some whole other shit to link up with me. Me and him linked on something else, you know what I mean? And he let me hear a song, boom. I'm listening to this shit, and I'm like, who the fuck? He's saying some shit that I never heard like nobody say. Like nobody wouldn't say this type of shit. And I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? You know what I mean? I'm asking KD, I'm like, who is this? He's like, this real, this Louis Ray brother. I'm like, damn, what's this nigga Instagram? He ain't got no Instagram. You know what I mean? You got a number? Nope, you ain't got no phone. So it's like, they just go up to the studio and just rap and then disappear, I guess, you know what I mean? So I hit Louis and I'm like, man, get that nigga. I want to meet your brother, you know what I'm saying? Bring him down here.
But, alright, it's this guy from Flint named KD. He been rapping for a long time too. He always was tied in with the Detroit rappers, like not on the music till we'd go down there, drink lean, whatever. I did a song with KD called Indictment Talk. So me, KD, and my brother that's locked up right now, this who I was with every day with Peasy. It was me, Peasy, and my brother. So we did the song, me and KD. And KD had already knew Peasy, had sons with him, all that. So they go down there, chilling. KD let him hear the song, really just like letting him hear his part, like listen to this song. Peasy like cut the song off, like who is the nigga rapping after you? My brother like, that's my little bro, woo woo. Yo, I wanna meet the nigga. They called me with Peasy on the phone. They like, man, Peasy fucking with you. He said he wanna woo woo.
Let a nigga play with me and mine, I'ma pop up Merc and hit a nigga baby in his back like I'm trying to burp it. Only come to the hood to post, I stay in the birds, moving with another bitch, I got away with words. I let her drop your shit off, she wanted on the curb. Flick by the state, I had some E's in a box of nerve.
But we'll get more into his story in a whole nother video, you know what I'm saying? We'll make a whole Bareface KD video, man. We ain't going too much on the speculation and the rumors in the streets. We only going through shit that's documented, man. Because bro, actually the reason Rio was even heard by Peasy because he was connected with them boys down in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Louis Ray was connected to them niggas down there too, you know what I'm saying? Way before Rio got in tune, but that's a whole nother story, man. Let's get back to what we talking about. Because around 2004, Sam and Buddy would be targeted on multiple occasions. One time even resulting in Buddy being shot multiple times in the abdomen in a botched robbery attempt. And it was rumored in the streets that one of the GDs from Merle Hood did it. And I won't say the brother's name because he wasn't even charged in this shit. And this ain't Chicago, bro. We not doing the speculations and who might have did it and who all that, putting that shit on niggas' name. If it ain't documented by the state, bro, we ain't even speaking on it. You know what I'm saying? But after this incident, it would cause the brothers to be a little bit more paranoid, a little bit more nervous. You know, niggas get PTSD. And from that point on, it was said that they wouldn't let nothing slide. They have formed a force field of murderous drug dealers around them, who were also members of Pearson Hood and had reputation for murdering people and selling cocaine in the city. Guys like Deontay Matthews, Robert Pendleton, DeAndre Chambers, Marte Fordham. You know what I'm saying? According to court documents, the rampage began in 2004 when two men were murdered, shot to death in a Super 8 motel room in Flint. Jawan Fordham and Deontay Matthews were accused to have tracked Marcus Ballard and Kenneth Edwards to the motel, and after watching them for a minute, rushed in their room and shot them to death over a drug debt. They supposedly owed Sam and Buddy. You feel me? The craziest part was they did it barefaced in front of an 8-year-old kid, you know what I'm saying, who was the only witness in the case. And after years and years of fighting the case, they eventually beat the double murder. Mainly because the kid grew up, and by the time trial came, he was a teen. You know what I'm saying? He had grew up and basically didn't want to snitch. He didn't want to talk no more. He didn't want to talk to the police, bro. You feel me? And remind you, this was like 9 years later, bro. 8 years later, 7 years later, something like that. You feel me? Of course he didn't want to talk no more. You feel me? Matthews and Fordham will go on to be charged in another murder and an attempted murder case for the 2005 shooting, death of Erwin Blue. He had been ambushed and shot to death while sitting in his car along with his girlfriend. The girlfriend said all she heard was tires screech up and she heard gunfire. You know what I'm saying? And before she could look up, it was bullets flying all through the car. You know what I'm saying? And that shit, it was just crazy. I send my condolences to Erwin Blue's family, and may he rest in peace, because a lot of this shit was senseless, bro. Just looking back at a lot of this shit was senseless, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this shit, they kind of brung heat to themselves before they could even really get no money, bro. They only had like a couple year run. According to the transcript, I'm only going off shit that's documented. I'm not about to go off into speculations and what rumored, and if it ain't documented, we not even speaking on it, bro. Like I said, this not Chicago. But like I say, according to the FBI, the Pearson Hood dudes will go on to basically put the belt on anybody they felt was a threat to their organization, and was said to be involved in multiple shootings and kidnappings in the Genesee County area. This is what quickly gained the attention from the FBI. It wasn't them selling dope, bro. It wasn't them selling dope. It wasn't the money. It wasn't the flag. It wasn't none of that. It was the murders, bro. It was the murders that gained the attention from the FBI. And the indictments would be signed, man, quickly, especially after Deshaun Howard and a Mexican cartel member by the name of Jorge Varamentez, right? These motherfuckers get caught. They were under FBI surveillance. And according to reports, right, the two were under investigation for conspiracy to possess with intent to distribute, right? Agent Jason Grande and other federal law personnel conducted surveillance, right? Now the dude, Deshaun Howard, he a part of the Pearson Hood shit. You know what I'm saying? He a Pearson Hood nigga. They was locked in with The cartel niggas, they was locked in with the Mexicans down in Cali, like I told y'all. You feel what I'm saying? This is all documented, bro. You know what I'm saying? But according to the reports, the two were under investigation for conspiracy to possess with intent to distribute. Agent Jason Grande and other federal law personnel conducted surveillance of 1902 Sloan Ave in Flint, Michigan, and saw Howard and George exit the home. He saw Howard and George exit the home carrying containers, basically, and placing them inside a vehicle. So after sitting for a few hours, agents waited for them. They waiting for them to leave the house. And after they left the house, they tried to conduct a traffic stop on these fools. You feel me? And that's when the nigga Deshaun Howard, he speed away. You know what I'm saying? I remember this when I was younger, bro. Hearing about this shit when I was a kid, bro. You know what I'm saying? He sped off and took their ass on a 15-minute chase, 20-minute chase throughout Flint, bro, throwing bricks out the window. You know what I'm saying? I can remember this shit, bro. And I was trying to find a news clipping for it because I think it was even a news clip for this shit, bro. Or you know what I'm saying, on YouTube somewhere, but I couldn't even find it. But dude was throwing bricks, bro, and motherfuckers picking up bricks, running away with him. I'm talking, he riding through the hood, throwing dope out the window, bro. Like this shit was crazy. This was a legendary moment in Flint, bro.
A man investigators say was a major cocaine distributor in Genesee County.
He was the first witness in day 2 of the Pearson Hood preliminary exam.
Good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Angie Hunter-Shine.
And I'm Bill Harris. ABC 12's Lori DeVito is live in Flint this afternoon with more on his testimony today. It is our top story at 5. Lori?
Hi, Bill. Yesterday it was death today drugs, cocaine specifically. A court order was issued. For safety reasons, we are not allowed to give the witnesses' last names or to show pictures of them as they are testifying. In fact, we're not identifying them at all.
Do you know how many kilos of cocaine you've brought into the city of Flint?
300.
300?
This witness says he started selling large quantities of cocaine in 2004, kilos at a time.
Where did you get the cocaine?
California, Mexico.
Through a friend, he met a man from California who was incarcerated. That man's wife helped him get started.
Eventually, by 2004, he had got out, and I ended up meeting him in Cincinnati, Ohio. That's when I started picking up 15 to 20 kilos from him there, driving him back to Flint.
Just last year, the witness and that man he was buying from were busted. A home on Sloan Street in Flint was raided.
Well, this would be valued at $200,000.
This video shows what was recovered, more than $500,000 and 10 kilos of cocaine. Authorities called it the largest drug and cash seizure in Genesee County history. The witness has been charged in federal court and is testifying here to try and decrease his sentence. Objection is joined in. The next witness you're going to hear from tonight at 6 is someone that witness says he sold the cocaine to a member of the so-called Pearson Hood gang. He's now testifying against others. For now, live in Flint, Lori DeVito, ABC 12 News. Right.
But anyway, let's get to what the transcripts is saying. All right. And according to transcripts, it says that's when Howard sped away, leading them on a 15-minute chase throughout Flint as they threw several kilograms of cocaine from his car before being caught and charged. He would instantly begin to tell the feds everything he knew, bro. Literally. He would begin to tell them everything about Sam, Buddy, and the whole Pearson Hood organization. His cooperation led them to indicting 30 members of the Pearson Hood gang, including Sam and Buddy, who would be picked up instantly and charged with multiple murders and drug distribution and conspiracy charges. But this didn't stop this didn't stop these niggas at all, bro. This didn't stop these niggas at all, bro. They was drunk on stupid. Literally. These two idiots will go on to send orders from jail. You know what I'm saying? They still trying to run shit on the streets. They trying to make sure packages get sent. They trying to make sure money get put there. And you know what I'm saying? How shit go. These motherfuckers making, they sending orders from the jail phone. You know what I'm saying? And this is what really sealed the case for detective, because in late 2005, the brothers would get news from the streets that a close friend, Alvin Hicks, had been ambushed and shot to death. Alvin was the boyfriend and baby father to the kids of Sam and Buddy's sister. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Alvin Hicks was close. He was tied into them. And I send my condolences to his family, and may he rest in peace. You get what I'm saying? But hearing this news sent Sam and Buddy into, you know what I'm saying, a rage or emotion, whatever. They wasn't thinking. So, you know, so they made a call from jail phone ordering Pearson Hood members to find out who was behind the hit and get rid of them immediately, right? Word got back to a guy named, word got back that a guy named Curtis Wade and a dude named Gregory Baines right, have been the two involved in the brutal murder of Alvin Hicks. Sam and Buddy, right, not thinking, on the phone, would give the orders, sending Marte Fordham and other Pearson Hood gang members to find the two men, and was led to believe they were hiding out in Westwood Apartments over there on Clio Road. You know what I'm saying? It's on the north side of Flint, right? These niggas, like I told you, how motherfuckers like to set shit on fire, wait for you to run out. These niggas go to Westwood Apartments looking for Curtis and Greg. They set the apartment complex on fire, man. I remember this as a child too, because we used to live in Westwood, me and my mom. You know what I'm saying? They head over to the apartment complex, and instead of waiting for them to come out, these motherfuckers took gasoline, set the entire building on fire, which turned out to be the wrong building. You know what I'm saying? And waited for them outside with automatic rifles, waiting for them to come out running. You know what I'm saying? But the men wasn't there. And later, they will find out that a woman and her baby was killed in that fire, bro. You know what I'm saying? A mother and baby was killed in that fire, man. Their souls rest in peace. It was a horrible situation in the city, bro. I remember that shit, bro, like the back of my hand. It was crazy. But like I said, that didn't stop there, because them niggas continue, even after knowing what happened, them niggas continue looking for them niggas all day, bro. Sliding through the city for hours, looking for Kirkert and Gregory. You know what I'm saying? And after looking for hours, a Pearson Hood member named DeAndre Chambers and Fordham spotted the duo at a local nightclub, right? And shot them both at close range in front of everybody, leaving them dead at the scene. This was 4 murders in one day. Think about it, man. This was 4 murders in one day. Not even 24 hours, according to the police reports. These motherfuckers killed 4 people within like 12, 13 hours, bro. You know what I'm saying? The shit was crazy around this time. And thanks to, like I said, they was on them calls. And when the indictment came down and the FBI started putting their foot on niggas' necks, a lot of them niggas started telling, bro. A lot of them niggas started telling, and a lot of these niggas got charged, bro, for them murders and these drug charges. The whole Pearson Hood case lasted at least 6 years, because in 2009, I was in the county on 4A&B with Buddy. I remember he was still on the shit bag, you know what I'm saying, from when the Merle Hood guys tried to kill him. He was looked at as an old goofy by the end, though, bro. All the clout, money and shit was gone, and most of the young dudes treated him like a rat due to him and most of his crew cooperating with police. By the end of Sam and Buddy both received over 20 years, you know what I'm saying, along with most of their organization. I wouldn't even say they fried them boys, really, because they were involved in over 8 murders in not even like 2 years. You get what I'm saying? And to only get 22, 25 years with time served, that shit crazy. A lot of these dudes is close to coming home. A lot of these dudes are already at home. You feel what I'm saying? Think about that. And yeah, I could have got into a lot more, but it's a limit with me, bro, on just talking about murders and speculations. If it's not documented, we not speaking about it. I've noticed Michigan dudes don't even go live and talk about hits and beef, especially in cities like Flint, Lansing, Saginaw. You know what I'm saying? You got to be tapped into the streets to really, you know what I'm saying, to know what's really going on. That's why not many channels can speak on what's popping in these smaller cities like Flint. You feel me? Because we don't really do too much of that talking like how I'm doing. This is even a lot for the city right now. Me even getting on speaking on documented cases, right? I'm not even speaking on rumors and speculate shit that's happened in the hood. Yeah, the page is called Midwest Rumors, but I'm not actually speaking on hearsay and shit like that. This is shit that's documented by the feds and police and local law enforcement. You get what I'm saying? And this is even you know what I'm saying, a lot for the city. You feel me? This ain't like Chicago. This not Chicago. Like I said, you don't got a lot of the gang members going live like, yeah, we killed him and killed that. Now they might talk the shit in the music, but as for going live and beefing and making statuses about, you don't really know that. They not doing that here like that. You feel me? You got to be tapped in to know what the fuck going on. You feel me? But like I said, man, y'all make sure y'all hit that like, hit that subscribe button. In the next video, man, I don't know, man. We can go and move up to Gundry. You know what I'm saying? Talk about Gundry Hood and the whole history. We can talk about the Selby Woodhall history. We can talk about the Island Boy, the Merle Hood, the Circle Boy, the whole when everybody clicked up against the Dream Team block. We could talk about that history. Man, it's a lot, bro. It's a lot, bro. I still ain't really did a full video on Faux Nick Mafia and Tay Mafia yet. Man, it's a lot of shit to get through, bro. We got a lot to talk about, bro. But like I said, man, if it ain't documented, man, we ain't speaking on it, bro. You feel me? If it ain't documented, we ain't speaking on it. But y'all let me know in the comments, man, what y'all want, man, because we gonna start moving on to other cities and other shit like that. But y'all let me know what y'all want, man. Y'all let me know what y'all feel about the content, man. Let me know if y'all tapped into the city, if y'all tapped into these streets, bro. You feel me? It's Midwest Rumors. Hit that subscribe, hit that like button. I'm out.